Hello everyone and welcome to Daily SV Collecting. And I have a special guest with me today. Is a Star Wars collector and is my teacher. And I have 12 questions to do to him. So let's start now.
Okay. Hello.
First, how long have you been collecting?
I've been collecting since 1982.
Very good. It's a long time.
Yes, it's quite a long time. It was right at the beginning of the Star Wars merchandising.
Question 2. What is your first collecting memory?
My mother came home one day and she brought me one of the figures from the film. I can't remember which figure it was. But the second figure I can remember, it was C-3PO. And I remember I was very fascinated because you could take his arms and legs off.
I guess I know which figure it is. It's like from type of metal, right? Or real plastic?
It was. I remember it as being just real plastic.
Oh, okay. Third question. What is your favorite item in your collection?
My favorite item in my collection?
Figure or vehicle?
I always liked the Gamorrean guards, because I thought they were well shaped. But my favourite piece is probably Greedo, because he was difficult to get, and then I got him one day. And I also once got a special edition of figure of Anakin Skywalker.
The hologram one or the old version that was a mail-away?
It wasn't a hologram one. You couldn't buy them in the shops. You had to collect.
I know it's a mail-away, like
to collect
the proof of purchase,
the backings of the figures, and send them away.
Right.
Yeah. I think maybe 10 or 20 or something.
Yeah. And you mean this Gamorrean guard right now?
The Gamorrean guard. Yeah.
We have the this Gamorrean guard now that's really different.
Yeah.
Maybe sometime I can bring you and show you. So
okay, I'll be happy to see.
4. What is the most valuable or rare item on your collection?
Let me think. To be quite honest, I don't really know. I've never really seen my collection as being valuable. It's just been my hobby, and I can't really say which I think is the most valuable. I would imagine that it is probably one of the special figures that you maybe couldn't buy in the shops. One of the special edition ones, probably.
I only have one. It's mail-away Boba Fett. Yeah. Before was that Boba Fett that didn't fire the missile, but now they remake that one, and that was my personal rare figure that I have.
Okay.
So. Question number 5. Why do you collect Star Wars merchandise instead of other things? Or why?
I think it was because my mother was very happy to buy me the figures, and I think she liked the films too. And I think the films were important there. That the films were good, and they inspired you to want to buy the figures.
Exactly like me. Yeah. I just loved the action of the film. Yeah. The history is really good. Yeah. And the figures, when you have the figures, you are like, oh, I'm on the film.
The original films are magical.
Yeah, really nice.
Episodes 4, 5 and 6.
And then came the prequels, but the prequels are... Many people hated the films, like the original trilogy fans, like 4, 5 and 6. But the prequels are also not bad. But... Yeah. They are more digital worked, like on the computer.
Yeah.
It's not so real.
No, interestingly, they're not so real. That's correct. Yeah.
Like from episode 4, 5, and 6, you can see the face of Yoda, like it's a toy. Yeah. But now is with computer, you can see the face yet now. It's like computer made.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
Some difference of Blu-ray now. They are putting everything. Yeah. Really strange.
That's right. Like I say, the originals are the best in my opinion.
To me too, because it's the real Star Wars, the beginning. That's why the Star Wars Episode 1, 2, and 3 is like the future.
That's correct. I agree.
So, question number 6: do you collect other things?
Actually, no. I think Star Wars is the only collection I have.
That's your most favorite thing to collect is Star Wars.
Like I said, I haven't collected. I have the collection now. I haven't bought any new figures for the last maybe 10 or 15 years, but I still have the collection. And sometimes I take it out and look at it, but not very often now.
Do you have any advice for collectors just starting out now?
So I suppose it's difficult at the moment because in the early 90s people were throwing Star Wars figures away. They didn't see them as being valuable, and you could go to flea markets and buy lots of Star Wars figures for 10 pence, 20 pence, and it was very easy to get them at the beginning of the 90s when nobody wanted them. Now it's different. It's very difficult to see them anywhere. I would say to people who want to collect them now that they should try eBay, for example, to find any figures. But I think it's difficult now to start to collect the original figures.
Definitely, the original figures are like by eBay or the fan stores. Like there is on Hamburg here in Germany. There is a store that you can find older figures, but they're really expensive. Like one figure from 1983 is like 25 euros. Compared to one figure from now, you can buy 3 figures for that price. It's really rare. So, question number 10. What resources do you use for information? Websites, price goods, or other things? Like, how do you know that? Or just if you have advice from other people? Or
what, on how valuable my collection is?
No, what resources do you use for information? Like,
to check?
Yeah, information about Star Wars.
Well, I had a couple of Star Wars books, like a Star Wars encyclopedia, which helped me to see all the figures that were there. But also the cards that we used to buy in the 80s. On the back of the card used to be the complete collection listed on the back.
I know.
So
it's like here you can see the under 20 figures.
They were all listed on the back, and that was always a good way to see which figures you didn't have and still needed to buy. And so I think the merchandising itself, the backing of the figures was the best thing to keep track of how many figures you had and how many you still needed to buy. Because
you can tip them what if
you could cross them off, for example.
Unfortunately, these days you only have the biography, nothing else. But also still a nice packaging.
In the past, I didn't have the biography on it. It was just the list of the figures.
And I think personally that is a lot better. So question number 11. What do you think of modern toys instead of the vintage ones?
The modern toys now are obviously much better, and they're probably better produced, and they've probably been combined with technology now, so they probably make noises or there are flashing lights. I think toys are obviously much better today than they were back then.
There is much articulation. Like before was like several arms, several neck, and several legs, but now it's bondage on everywhere. Like it's really different. But
like I said, manufacturing has become more sophisticated, and they are now able to produce toys which are more articulated than before. But like in the past, I remember for the Action Man figures, it was a big feature that you were able to move the eyes of the Action Man. And that was considered a selling or something special about the figure. And I think today moving eyes are usually quite standard, I think.
No, on Star Wars figures, I don't think that there is any moving eyes, but there is.
Too small, presumably. But Action Man was a bit.
But is really totally the articulation. But still, the vintage ones was all not bad. So let's go to the last one. Should collectors keep all their stuff in the packaging or open them?
It depends on. I don't have anything in my packaging, because when I started collecting I was just a boy and never thought about collecting packaging back then, because I wanted to play with my Star Wars figures. I would suggest for people now with the new collection to simply just enjoy the toy and don't think about packaging. if you're a child, that is, if you're young. However, if you're an adult and it's important for you, if it's important for you in 20, 30 years to have a valuable collection, then I should think it is important now. But for me personally, I didn't think about that when I was growing up. I didn't think that my Star Wars collection would be valuable. I simply liked the collection, I liked the film, and I wanted to collect the figures and play with them too.
That's the most important, to have fun what we do.
That was it. That was all I was interested about. And I don't know if I would sell them now, because I've never thought about it, and they're part of my childhood, part of my memories. Maybe we'll see. But at the moment, they remain in my house, in a box, and well protected, and yeah, maybe I'll show my children too in a few years. Yeah.
So thanks a lot for this interview.
You're welcome.
Now I will put this on Daily SV Collecting, so you guys please let me know in the comments what you think, if this was a really good... I think personally this was a really interesting interview, so please, thanks a lot for watching. Please let a comment below, thumbs up, subscribe, and see you on the next one. Bye.